I'm Erica Burnett. I currently serve as Vice President of Community Development for the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. When I first started my work here at Community Foundation, I came in under some very specific guides. I wanted to ensure that the work of the village, which had been previously housed between the mayor's office and then the Center for Nonprofit Management at that point, that it had a safe and sound place for incubation. We actually started to talk about Community Foundation as a greenhouse for the village where we could grow really deep roots, where we could stretch our limbs, where we could bear amazing fruit and see proof of concept of our work. The maybe third question I asked out the gate was, how long would this initiative live at the Community Foundation, and what was the plan long term for its sustainability and growth? I'm really excited to announce that starting in 2026, the village will intentionally move towards independence. We will explore different ways to flex our autonomy, including different legal status for our organization. And we are really excited that the Community Foundation has opted to continue to support this body of work through 2026 to ensure that we not only have a sound safety net, but that there is some continuation in the programmatic offerings, as well as we can continue to build our donor database and local footprint. One of the opportunities that being housed here at the Community Foundation afforded the work of the village was an opportunity to be incubated alongside other community oriented initiatives. This really allowed Community Foundation the opportunity to test its theory of change, to pressure test its mission and vision against what community members and nonprofit organizations were saying they needed, sort of beyond the check. Is what our community impact team has been really, really excited to be thrilled to lean into. What we realize is that it takes more than just a bold vision. It takes sound investment. It takes multi-year commitment, and it takes cross-sector collaboration, which admittedly, Community Foundation has not necessarily had the right capacity for over the year and a half or so that we have launched this type of initiative. And so, where that leaves us is a really unique place. It allows for Community Foundation to lean into those initiatives like the Village, like National Early Education Coalition, where there's already deep rooted investment. They have become deeply invested in the success of the Village as a body, but also the individual organizations. With National Early Education Coalition, for instance, they really serve as the backbone entity. And this transition allows Community Foundation a unique perspective and a seat at the table where they are not the driver for these initiatives, nor are they the bottleneck or barrier for the actual outcomes and impact potentially through these sort of sector level movements as well. And instead, it allows us to find the unique value proposition for the type of resourcing and the type of Smurf capital that these organizations, that our philanthropists, that our systems partners are able to afford us. So, over the next several months, we'll have an opportunity to sort of untangle some of the deep, strong roots that the Community Foundation and the Village have been able to cultivate together. We will make meaning of what needs to continue to remain here at the Community Foundation versus what belongs and should be housed with the Village during this transition. And ultimately, we get to support our philanthropic sector and identifying the most meaningful ways that they can continue to resource and support our work. So, first and foremost, my team would like to ensure the body of the village, all of our supporters, and those of you who are just now learning about our work and really interested and curious in how you can continue to be a part and support us, that programmatically there will not be a disruption in our services. Our grant through City Council's funding allocation is sound. Community Foundation will continue to provide the backbone infrastructure and support as mandated through that particular memorandum of understanding. And so, as far as what our offerings will look like, they will only get more robust from here. Now that we have a very clear understanding of our trajectory, we're able to use our energy where it is most impactful. And that really is our programmatic offering. There are also some really exciting happenings that we can look forward to, especially in Q1 and Q2 of 2026. The Village has a new home that we are excited to announce in early 2026. We will be moving in closer proximity to the populations that we care most about, that we are most deeply connected to, in order to really think about what is our place based ecological impact within our city. So that's one thing that folks can look forward to. we are launching a pretty robust, not only membership, but individual donor campaign. And we look forward to folks being able to really show up in ways for the village, so that we can prove to those who are investing in us that we are first starting internal, that we know that we can resource internal to our own ecosystem, the same places where we are identifying where there are challenges, we can also find solutions together. The third and final thing that I'll make very explicit is that my time will no longer be split. I will be 100% committed to the work, sustainability, fundraising, and operational needs of the village. We will spend Q1, so January through March, making sure that we have a clear understanding of roles, responsibilities as we identify the type of support that the Community Foundation will provide. And beyond that, myself and Merlunda and Shekinah will be virtually 100% committed to the work of the village moving forward. And that is super exciting.